For so long I've waited, so long that I almost became just a stoic statue fit for nobody. And I don't wanna get in your way, but I finally think I can say that the vicious cycle was over the moment you smiled at me. And just like the rain, you cast the dust into nothing and wash out the soul from my head. So touch me again, I feel my shadow dissolving. Will you cleanse me with pleasure? It's that chemical cup that I can get down with, up like the moon and out like the hounds. A dangerous disposition, somehow refracted in light, reflected in sound. I'm coiled up like a venomous serpent, tangled in your trance, and I'm certain you have got your hooks in me. I know the way that it goes. You get what you give, you reap what you sow, and I can see you in my face. And I know I am what I am, the mouth of the wolf, the eyes of the lamb. So darling, will you saturate? Just like the rain, you cast the dust into nothing and wash out the salt from my head. So touch me again, I feel my shadow dissolving. Will you cleanse me with pleasure? Nobody can say for certain if maybe it's all just a game. When I open my eyes to the future, I can hear you say my name. So rain down on me. Rain down on me. Rain down on me. Rain down on me. Rain down on me.
All right, guys, what is going on? What is up? What is up? All right, 1 second, 1 second. All right, we should be pretty good to go now, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, 1 more second, sorry. Okay. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Take Profit Tuesday. Mason dropping the turtle in here. That's what we're doing, Mason. That's what we're doing. What's good, Felix, Willow, Naruto, Dominique, Pop, Sean, Gessner. Nice. What's good, Remy, MJ, Mason, Jonas out of Germany, Eminem, Shay, H, Toby, Crispy, J, Amin, Nikki. Chat is open today. The chat is open today. I think it was open yesterday as well. Feeling generous again. You know what I mean? Because technically the chat access is part of the membership, but every once in a while I feel like other people should be able to participate. So anyway, I'm tired, chat, dude. I'm tired, man. I've been working out, dude, fucking the last few days in a row, man. My body's just like, please stop. my body's like, please, bro, please. Let's just go back to fried chicken and afternoon naps. Know what I'm saying? Do y'all know what I'm saying? Access to the Discord is through a membership here. So if you click the join button below your video player, unless you have me on full screen, but traditionally in a live stream, under the video player there should be a join button. You can press that. You can sign up. It doesn't take but a few minutes. $25 a month USD. You can cancel anytime you want. I won't beg you to stay, but that's how you get access to the Discord. So was good. 2020. Nick says gonna hit a run after this. Dude, I haven't ran since probably 2016. It's been almost a decade. No, I have a weighted vest though. I have it's like little bags of sand. I have a weighted vest and I've been walking around with that. But dude, like when I've been walking around, bro, it's like I walk around for like an hour and a half. It's not no like 10-minute shit, bro. Like I come home and I'm fucking dying until I see that Corvette in the driveway. Then I'm like hyped again. I'm like, yeah, that's me. You know what I mean? But outside of that, oh man, my fucking body, dude, is like, please stop. Please. My body's like begging me. Please stop. I don't know. Salt baths. I don't know about that. What's good, Alex C? It's been a while since I attend. Yeah, Pierre, you're fired. But I signed up a year ago. Is my membership still valid or fell off? Yeah, so it's month to month, Pierre. It's month to month. So if you signed up and were active for 11 months, you won't get that gold sniper until you re-sign up and then complete your 12th month. So it doesn't have to be consecutive. Like you can stagger it, but it's based on time. So yeah. Anyway, these are not ideal conditions for holding trades. I'm pretty sure I said that in the Discord today. I'm pretty sure I did. And right in here, I told you, don't try and pick a bottom. And then I went in there and picked the bottom. But to be fair, you know, I traded the Combine challenge account. So it's, you know, not that big of a deal. But like with real money, I was like, nah, I'm not gonna trade today. I should have, but I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. So in here, we'll talk about it. There was a combination of things, and I want to make sure that you guys get some juice today. And then at 10:31, I talked about how price was respecting this mitigation, that this would probably launch us to go higher. And of course, we launched to go higher. So I was like, damn, he's good, right? Or I was like, fuck, he's good. How does he know? How does he know, chat? Just having fun, obviously. But I mean, it's really not that hard, dude. I mean, fuck. I mean, if you do anything to a really high degree of effort, and study, when you're in your 11th year, you'll be pretty fucking awesome too. You know what I mean? Hot shot. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, here are the details of that. So, gap lower. We trade higher a little bit. Here, see that? So again, gap down. We rallied a little bit. We couldn't even, I don't even think we made it to the premium end of that. I could be wrong. I don't think we did. Doesn't look like it. Nope. So we have no buy side delivery. I was going to extend this all the way over, but it gets in the way of the text here. So that's why I kind of just moved it back over here, just so it wasn't all muddy. But we don't get any buy side price delivery here. We don't get any price action in the upper half. So that's relatively bearish. Market just dumps and dumps and dumps. We left behind some highs here. I wish those would have been equal. That would have been better. But that was actually the final target that I had, was a little bit above that, actually. I did record it. So yeah, revenge. I did record it. I'll probably speed it up and post it for you guys. It's 20 minutes long. I started recording right after I entered. I was in a little bit of drawdown. And then I managed my stop pretty fucking well. And then we got some new highs. And then I went stop deep in a profit. And then you see me type up stuff. And I'm like, hey, I don't mind if I get stopped out before the move that I want, because I'd rather just lock in a winning day. So I think it was like, I was up like 1,000 and some change. And so I was like, okay, I'll just bump my stop to like 600 and some change, just to lock in a green day. And I was like, I'm not going to try and hit the $1,500 mark up here, which I wouldn't have if I just never moved my stop loss into profit. I would have been up a lot more, but I wouldn't have got what I wanted anyway. So it's not that big of a deal. But either way, I want to talk about it. Okay, so like I said earlier, we gap lower. This is regular trading hours, by the way. Gap lower, can't get into a premium. Markets, there's like a 3 triple high formation here too. Rip ass. We trade higher. We can't even get back into this imbalance either, which was also part of the target, by the way. Okay. So that imbalance, we got a little bit of buy side delivery, but we lack like the rest of this. That's why, again, it wasn't just this high, but a little bit above it, like around 690 or something. That would have been a max daily gain or some, whatever it's called. It's the opposite of the max daily drawdown, daily loss limit. It's like the max you can make in a day. That's what I was aiming for, but I missed. Okay. But that's why that was a target. I figured there was a very, very low probability that we could get way up here, that we would eventually get that. I was like, we might be able to, but number one, I'm not going to hold it that long because I can't. The trade would be cut automatically here anyway. but there's a chance that we could get up there. And then I thought about it and I was like, you know what? These conditions here, these are ass conditions for holding trades, not generally, meaning like, because I said this the other day on Twitter, right? I said conditions don't really change. You know, my inversion model will fucking rip your face off, even in consolidations. It's just how it is, right? So now, chat, who would I be if I were to say some shit like that, right? And then didn't actually go out there and prove it to you. You know what I mean? Like, my inversion model will fucking pimp slap your mentor. Like, real shit, dude. There's your 1 to 2 right there. Last imbalance, stop run. We trade right through it. Okay, cool. I entered on the following candle at 10:03 because I waited for this candle to respect it and then I went long. So instant drawdown, but never went to my stop. Easy 1 to 2 at a new high right there. I'm telling you, dude, my inversion model, dude, is fucking nasty. Nasty. 80 though? I don't think. Yeah, you're right, actually. Oh, that 420 level. Chat, I keep fucking telling you guys, dude. Oh my God. You cannot escape the 420 level, which we did hit yesterday on Nasdaq too. Now we did it again on Dow. 41,420. You can't escape it, chat. You can't. You know what I'm saying? It's like the 420 level is like Dexter, you know what I mean? Like, you think you're gonna get away. You ain't getting away with shit, dude. It's coming. That 420 level is coming for you. All right, so beware. But anyway, stop run, inversion, like the candle I was supposed to enter on is here. I wanted to wait for that candle closure, and then so I played like an NCE basically. Next candle entry, if that makes sense. So I was expecting us to just launch after that. And I took immediate drawdown and I went, oh, fuck. Maybe this might not work, but it's a small risk. You know, it's like 40 points. Wait, it's not. Oh, 50. 50 points from the inversion. I got in a little bit above that. So it was more like 60 points. I fucked the entry up pretty bad. But that's okay. That's okay. I look at it like I fucked it up pretty bad. In hindsight, I'm sure anybody with, you know, a decent IQ would be like, I don't care. I wouldn't even matter if I took drawdown because it immediately was in our direction. But I wouldn't say perfectionist, but I like being elite. Okay. I like taking entries that you're just like, holy fuck, I've never seen that before. That's what I like. I didn't get that today. But that's not always what it's about. Okay. But anyway, back to the point. Upside objective way up here. Didn't need that. Upside objective of this. Imbalance up here. And then these two highs right here. We could get above the high, deeper into that imbalance. Again, was the original idea. So looking at it now, obviously what took place. We did get a new high. Like 1 tick or 1 point for Dow. Like 1 point, bro. That's insane. Like, that's crazy to me. And then immediately gave it all back. And then now we're near the low of the day with some equal lows down here. Or low resistance lows down here. This is garbage. Absolutely fucking garbage. But anyway, we extend into that mitigation. We trade lower. Let me take this off. Okay. What's right here? Inversion. So we tap into that and then we launch. And when you watch tonight's video, you should pay attention to when I move my stop. Because I moved it after this, a few minutes after that. Because I'm watching this and saying, okay, how do we respond there? How do we react here? And just to give you guys some clarity here. The inversion that I'm talking about here, it incorporates everything. So what I'm saying is we have this up candles low. You see that? 460. I'm also including this gap. And then I'm also including this lack of wick here. All right, so full disclosure, that's what I'm talking about. $420 level is on Easter this year. I don't even know what to do with that, bro. I don't usually celebrate holidays. Not Easter anyway. I mean, I don't have kids or whatever. So I'm just like, yo, well, whatever. I don't need that shit. I like Christmas though. Christmas is cool. But anyway, y'all distract me with your bullshit sometimes. But it's all good. I appreciate it. I don't have a script. I'm freestyling this whole thing. So that's why I'm usually all over the place. It's fine. But anyway, that's what I'm measuring as this whole thing in here. So again, there's like an imbalance plus a gap and a lack of wick. All that together is what I'm referring to here. So this could be an add-on. I didn't, but it could have been, right? Then what I'm watching in here is I'm trying to see, okay, are we going to trade back into this as a mitigation to go higher? But we don't do that until way later, like 10:30, almost 10:30. But because price is rallying, right? And I'm in like way down here, and it's rallying like I'd say about 75, maybe like 60% of the move that I'm looking for. So I'm watching, obviously, price fluctuate, and it doesn't take a, genius to look on the other side of the screen and see the money that's fluctuating. And I'll tell you this, anytime I'm taking a trade, okay, whether it's live, whether it's demo, paper, or a combine account, a funded account, anything. All right, here's like one of my rule of thumbs. All right, if I'm up over $1,000, okay, as soon as I see that fourth figure, we go from 950 to 980 to whatever, boom, we crack $1,000. Okay, my stop almost immediately goes to at least $200 in profit, at least. All right. Now, I'll tell you this. That's probably one of the only money-based principles that I have when it comes to trading. And it has nothing to do with price. It has nothing to do with time. It has nothing to do with really anything like that. It only has to deal with psychology and money management, basically. So the reason I do that, okay, is because I'll tell you, if you've ever taken a real trade and you've been up over $1,000 and then you come back and take a break even or take a loss, listen, I think we all have our own, I guess, psychological battles or whatever you want to call it. But like, bro, if I'm up $1,000 and take a fucking break even on the day, that shit is discouraging. It's discouraging. It's damn near fucking depressing. You know what I mean? And just imagine if you ever get like above that, you're up 2,000 or 3,000, you take a break even. You're like, oh my fuck, dude. You just had like a mortgage payment and didn't take anything out of it. You know what I mean? Like that shit will hurt emotionally. So that's why I'm always like, okay, if I cracked 1,000, I'm going at least $200. At least $200. Now anything above that is cool, but depending on what you're trading, obviously the closer you put your stop to the market, the more likely you are to get stopped out. So if I'm in from down here, you know, it doesn't take a lot to be up 200 bucks. I'm up like 1,000 right up in here. So I'm like, okay, I'll put my stop at this low because we've already worked like some levels in here. So we either should trade higher or it's going to come down, stop me out, and then go higher. And again, you actually see that, you see me type that in the video. I'm saying, hey, I'm swinging for up here, but I'm going to lock in a $600 day. Even if it stops me and runs, that's okay. Because I just want to lock in a green day. So that's why I did that. And again, you'll see it in the recording. You'll see me type all that shit out like before it pans out. And then I stop the recording once it stops me out. So, you know, that's what it looks like. So that's why when we hit that mitigation and then at 10:30, what is that 10:30? And we launched at 10:31, that's when I said in the Discord, hey, this mitigation is responding well. This will likely launch us higher. But I'm not going to re-enter. I'm not going to do anything here. And then what inevitably takes place? A larger mitigation, and then guess what? We had a smaller mitigation. You have the mitigation model right here. We have two, actually, because you do have a mitigation and imbalance overlap here where my stop loss got fucking taken. And then you have another mitigation model right after that. And then we launch higher. That's why, chat. That's why when I tell you certain things, and it doesn't always happen, right? Sometimes I might say, well, fuck, NQ has highs, but Dow has lows. So, you know, we'll see, right? I'm not trying to say, you know, one thing or another, but like days like today where I'm like, hey, Dow is a mitigation, we're probably gonna launch higher. And then a few minutes later, you see like, whoop, just big ass fucking eggplant candles higher. It makes me look pretty fucking insane, right? You're like, oh my God, how does he know? Well, because I followed this whole fucking thing in here. I'm in from the low. I watched all of this. I figured I might get stopped out prematurely, but it would still run up here. So as long as price is in sync with that, that's probably what's going to happen. And then boom, it follows, you know, it follows the script that I'm telling you it is likely to follow. Have you ever struggled not feeling comfortable shorting when the market is already down? Yeah. In my earlier days, absolutely. Absolutely. But obviously, as you can tell, we ended up getting that new high. Well, not on the day, but I'm saying in this swing in here, we tapped the new high by like 1 or 2 points and then immediately gave all that back. Now, I will tell you though, I was not surprised. You know why? Ricky probably knows. Because when you watch all three, you would have known. Now, NQ is pretty interesting today as well. When NQ did the same thing, NQ, Nasdaq, left behind some low resistant lows. So anytime if you're long and you have low resistant lows, that's usually not a good look. So then what inevitably happens? NQ makes a new high here, takes this high as well, and then reaches into, right? I tell you this shit all the time. How far can price go above a high or below a low? It can go to an imbalance. Is there an imbalance on this chart? No. I tell you a gap. Is there a gap on this chart? Yeah, it's right there. Boom. Look at that precision. Elite. Elite precision. Look at that. That's brain surgery precision right there. Okay. Boom. Trades lower, imbalance here. Right there, respects it, and then immediately runs for this. So this, although I wanted to short, I did not. Because again, I said I was one and done. I didn't want to touch anything today, but I did watch this unfold. And this by itself is its own sell model in here. I mean, I can pretty much tell. Lows, right? This high being ran, that high being ran. That is your manipulation. Yeah. Remember this? Higher time frame concept. Seeking liquidity. And then multiple levels of distribution down to either consolidation or equal lows or low resistance lows. Right? So multiple higher highs above an old high and above this one here. Right? So what takes place? That. This move here, okay? Why would that be important? I should have put that in the visual, but I did not. Why would this move here be important for a market maker sell model? Because if we measure from the low up to the high that's been set, what do we cross right here? 50%. So we cross the 50% level here, which means what? Now we're in a premium. Remember law number one? Find the liquidity, trade in that direction, right? Too easy, Chad. This shit is too fucking easy. One could even argue, this is probably not the strongest case that you'll ever see, but one could even argue that this was also an inversion model. Because that's the last imbalance. Yes, 15-second chart. But Twitter says stay off the 1 minute. I don't give a fuck. I go down to a 15-second chart. This shit don't matter. Those goober ass 18-year-olds don't know a fucking thing. But here you do. Right? Here you do. That could be seen as an inversion model, as part of a market maker sell model. Right? Inversion entry, second leg model. Look at that dump, dude. It runs straight there and then even extends and keeps going. Not that I would ever hold that long on a 15-second chart, but I'm just saying, chat, like, look at it. You know what I mean? Just look at it. 1 minute charts, 15-second charts. This shit don't matter, bro. It don't matter. You know what I mean? I have the feeling I have the most confidence in the 15-second chart. It's a new world, bro. The 15-second chart, if my math is correct, there should be 4 candles every minute. 15, 30, 45, 60. Okay, there's some quick math for you. So if the 1 minute may not be doing it, there could be something on a 15-second. Now, mind you, it spends a little bit of time in there as far as the inversion goes. But you remember what I told you the other day about the study that I would do? I told you if I could, I would go pick up a random person off the street with their permission, of course, and say, hey, bro, let me teach you my inversion model. 1 to 2, 1 to 2. It's good for me. It's good for you. And just take those. Don't move your stop. Don't move your TP. Don't do anything. Just take the 1 to 2. This would have been one of those times. Entry at the inversion. Stop at the high. Not targeting the lows. You're just targeting a 1 to 2. As long as it's below, or excuse me, as long as it's above lows or below highs, right? There's your 1 to 2 right there. You didn't even need to wait for that. I mean, obviously, as a mentor, I would tell you, yeah, if you're trying to squeeze out more fucking juice, yeah, aim for the liquidity. But that's not what the model calls for. The model calls for precisely 2 times the risk. So if your risk is $7, your reward is $14. Those 18-year-olds are doing copy trade accounts on Top Step to make $5,000. Jesus. No, a few of them do. I ain't gonna say they're all fucking stupid, but some of them are. Some of them are like absolutely retarded. So some of them give some really fucked up ass advice, and that's why I say the shit that I do. But nah, because I know what's his name does that too. I forget the Kyle. I don't want to sound racist. His name's Kyle. But he was like one of the first ones to pull out over $1 million from prop firms. And I think he does that with Apex. He has like 20 Apex accounts or something. And he does that. I'm not against that. I'm just against those goobers that are like, oh, 1 minute charts. Don't trade 1 minute charts. It's like, bro, 1 minute charts will get you like the greatest fucking entries. What are you talking about? Look, I'm not against copy trading, bro. I think the biggest thing when it comes to copy trading is, and this is just my opinion, from other people on Twitter, the whole thing now, and it's been this way for a couple of years, but the whole thing now is, what people say is that you don't need more size, you just need more accounts. And I think they're looking at it from a psychological perspective, right? Like, let's just say as an example. All right, here's a hypothetical example. Let's say you like to day trade NQ, okay? Or hell, even the micros. Now, let's say for whatever reason, you're not comfortable trading more than 5 micros. Let's just say that, right? You know what you're doing. You've got a funded account or a couple of accounts, but you just can't seem to get over trading more than 5 micros on Nasdaq. Because let's just say your average risk, or like say your max risk is, let's just go $750, right? Oh, very nice, Ricky. I think I saw that on Twitter too, today or yesterday. But let's just say, as an individual, you think anything over $750, you're like, anything over that, I just can't do it. Psychologically, I'm worried about it. It's just the money, losing $1,000. I just can't focus on the market. I just have psychological issues, whatever it may be. Okay. Not, I get it. So what they're saying is, hey, look, keep your $750 risk. Don't change that. But now, instead of trading 1 account, you could copy it onto 2 or 3 accounts. So psychologically, it looks like I'm still only risking $750. But now I'm actually risking, I think it's 22, 25 or some shit. I don't know what the fucking math is on that. Yeah, 2250. Oh, look at that. I'm a fucking genius. So now 750 by 3 accounts, though, Now you're actually risking 2250. So you're more comfortable with it because you're not seeing it. That I don't think is bad. I don't think that's bad. But I've never traded with Apex. I don't know much about them. But apparently you can have like a fuck ton of accounts. I don't know. So yeah. No, Ricky, that would be great. I would love to have you on here. We could do something tomorrow or maybe Friday if you want to hop on Friday. I would love to see that. Whatever you're willing to show, I would love to have you on here. We could even make that a YouTube video if you want. That'd be cool. Or if you just want to do a private call and then I can release that as a video, we could do that. Either way, either we can make a video on our own, pause, or we could do something on the live stream and then just clip that. So I'll leave it up to you. People are trying to pass a challenge and not be profitable. That's why they don't have the sauce on how to do it. Yeesh. Yeah. Yeah. It's basically like theory. They would tell you like what their theory is. Oh, you just have to do this or do that. And it's like, okay, I get that, but if you haven't done it, then how would you know? You know what I mean? Like me, when I created the inversion model, I didn't just create that for myself, but I created that for a young trader who wants to grow an account. Are you going to grow it the fastest? No. Are you going to have the best strike rate on it? No. But it's a model that repeats all the time. And you could even say the 1 minute was here. You could say there's a 1 minute inversion model here. Same thing, targeting lows, 1 to 2. You know what I mean? Your girlfriend's dad is up 11K. Sheesh. He can only pull 50-50 at a time because I have 4 accounts. I can pull 5,000 from each, making 25K months. No, that's fucking badass, bro. That is absolutely badass. Yeah, very, very good conversation here, Ricky. Appreciate that. Let me just go over a couple things. So we went over basically the trade that I took earlier on Dow. We also talked about a market maker sell model opportunity this morning in the later half of the morning session for NQ. And I want to come back to the Dow for a second. So, you know what's funny, Ricky, is I actually switched one of my other charts to the triple screen, how you have it, like vertical. And I was like, you know what? I need to watch all three at the same time here, because if we don't get a divergence, like I'm not going to take this trade. So I'm watching all three. And ES takes this low. NQ doesn't. So when I saw that Dow was lower, I was like, yeah, that's the one. I mean, not the one to long, but I was like, that's the short. So let me pull it up. So I don't have to do all this shit again. I don't want to do it again. Like markups and stuff go. This is what I'm talking about. So NQ is the darker candles and brighter candles too, actually. That's right here. What I just showed you. This right here. Like this higher low at 20, whatever that is, 290s. Okay. That is right here. Okay. So this is exactly why I took the trade on Dow, because NQ is under accumulation. In hindsight, like if I'm going to journal today, I should journal today. If I do that, I just really need to go wash the car. Like that's what my mind is on. Like that shit is dirt. I fucking looked at it. There's so many bugs all over it. It's disgusting. And that's where my mind is at. I gotta go clean the car. But after that, if I journal tonight, that's exactly what I'm gonna journal. I'm gonna say, look, John, you did take a wonderful trade. It was beautiful. It was fucking nasty, of course. But what could you have done better? And I would say, well, I watched NQ and I watched all three of the indices, and I noticed NQ was under accumulation, Dow was under manipulation. And I think I've told you guys this before. I like trading the one that manipulates, right? The one that manipulates usually mitigates. That's why I said that in the Discord. Okay. So if we get manipulation and then another asset, whether it be ES or NQ or both, okay, that doesn't matter because Dow is the only one that's trading lower while the other two are higher. I think that's what happened on ES, if my memory serves. So I'm looking at this going, okay, Dow's the only one lower. And think about what I already told you earlier. We got all this shit above the market. We got the gap. We got some highs up here. We got this imbalance. We got all that shit. So this should be a low risk, high reward trade setup. And so that's what I did. I'm like, okay, NQ, that should have been the long, right? Instead of longing Dow, I could have longed NQ instead. I probably would have hit the max limit if I traded NQ instead of Dow, but that's okay. They all launched higher, at least on a 1 minute time frame, right? So that was the reason. And guess what? My good friend trades YM only, so when he's going short and we see the divergence, it works out perfectly with trade partners. Nice. Fuck, what was I about to say? Oh, that's right. Guess what? This has already been taught to you. Remember the 48 laws video? The law of the leader? Well, I violated that law, obviously. But I snuck it in there, right? I snuck it in there and said, hey, look, you can still trade the laggard. They're all going to trade higher or lower if you're short. It's just typically better if you long the leader. But because it was manipulation, I trust that as a stop loss versus trusting this imbalance would stop at that low. It can still be done. It's just, you got to think, chat. Yesterday was a dookie dog shit day, bro. Yesterday, NQ dropped like 3%, and then we had traded even lower again today. These are not the best conditions, in my opinion. Like for my own trading, these are not the best conditions. Why do you think I went to a combine account? Because I was like, fuck, I don't want to put real money at risk today. You know what I mean? That's why I went over there. But I'm still going to treat the combine account like it's real fucking bread. So same thing. All right. Entry at the inversion or just after it. Stop at the low. Let's aim for a new high and then way up here if we get it. But in short, this is why. NQ under accumulation, Dow under manipulation. Great. If that's being manipulated, if liquidity's already been scooped, guess what? It ain't going below that low. Does it ever go below that low? No. Did I ever get stopped out? No. I spent 2 minutes in drawdown and then was immediately into profit and never went back into drawdown. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Easy trading, dude. And again, like I said earlier, today's not the greatest conditions, in my opinion, to hold longs or to even hold shorts for that matter. So it wouldn't have bothered me if we ended up running to the target that I had. And then guess what? We didn't. Oh shit. We didn't. Yeah, they're all kind of rallying here. But yeah, let's go back over to Dow. It never went to my final target, so I would have missed the TP anyway. Probably would have made more, but just, again, everything's easier in hindsight, bro. Everything's easier in hindsight. I can say I should have did this, should have did that. Right, but what happens when you're in a trade, and what if that mitigation doesn't hold, and then I end up taking a break even? Right, so I'm going to be up 1,000 and then take a break even. No, that's retard, right? No offense, I know that might be offensive to some people. It's a free live stream, so I really don't care. You know what I mean? It's not like you're paying to be here, but it's like, bro, that's stupid to be up $1,000 on anything and not take at least $200 to $300 out of it. A $200 day is fine. You know what I mean? Especially if it's real money. I mean, probably, you know, I wouldn't try to do that like all the time, but a $200 is enough to at least pay you for your time. You know what I mean? If I spend a couple hours here, you know, what's $200 in 20 minutes? You know? Appreciate that, Ricky. I put all the salt, not all of it, but I basically put everything out there for free. You just have to show up. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. But I'm actually convinced that my YouTube's been shadow banned. I'm convinced it's been shadow banned. And that's okay, bro. It's all right. There are forces out there that don't want you to win, bro. It's okay. You know what I mean? Like, it's all right. It's going to take a while to get the 100K plat. We're on the way, though. You know what I mean? We're on the way. Hey, it took me a while. Still got my Corvette. You know what I'm saying? So, listen. It's not too big of a deal. It is annoying, but it's not too big of a deal. Not taking money in that scenario is just greed. Well, so here's the thing too, Willow. I thought about just trading the micros. That way I could go in with 5 and then partial along the way, you know, like I usually show you guys how to do, you know? But in this case, I wanted E-mini. And I was like, I'm only going to trade one contract. So I'm all in, all out. So that's how it went. But that's it. I mean, obviously, you know, what would have been the best case scenario in hindsight? In hindsight, the best case scenario would have been to short NQ micros, partial out all but one at the lows, and then hold one for the close. That kind of rhymed, didn't it? I didn't even mean to do that. But I probably would have held, my mind would have said hold for the close, and then my body would have said, that's a new low a day at the beginning of the PM session. Take that shit. And I would have probably taken it right there. I would have closed probably right here if I was in from up there. So, but I don't always like talking about scenarios like that, because anybody can come on here and tell you, oh, you should have done this, you should have done that. Right. Well, how about you tell us where it's going to go before it goes there? How about you record some of the trades that you take? You know what I mean? Like, that's what's impressive, you know? Not anybody can come on here and say, yeah, oh yeah, look at this market maker model, look at this gap or whatever. I do that to teach you guys things, but I actually go over trades and shit too, and ideas and all that as well. You know what I mean? One, two. That's a good point, Ricky. He said, I made more money with Top Step recently going to micros on copy accounts because I'm not taking my personal daily loss limit and having to shut down shop. Right. I think the daily loss limit arguably is probably one of the greatest tools that I've ever seen, honestly. Because if you don't have it, well, I mean, you have the option to take it off, and you're a fucking dumbass if you do that. But daily loss limit is really cool because if you trade with proper size and if you trade with proper concepts, i.e. smart money concepts, if you try to align with the market, find the liquidity, trade in that direction. If you're doing those things, if you're looking for opposing liquidity runs, right? In theory, okay? Excuse me. I need to eat lunch too. In theory, if you're trading with market maker models in mind, with opposing liquidity levels in mind, with proper risk management, the theory is you should never blow an account and you should never lose a combine account either. Do you remember the law of risk? Or no, it's not that one. The law of, hell, I don't know what it is. It had something to do with drawdown. And I don't remember which one it was. I think it was the later ones or somewhere around the middle. Give me a second and then we'll close this out for today. Oh, law number 25. Well, it'd be 26 too, but law number 25 is reduce risk on losing streaks, the law of drawdown. Y'all remember I showed you that chart, that little Excel sheet? Oh shit, that mitigation got its face ripped off. Good thing we didn't long that, chat. Good thing we didn't fucking long that shit. They got riggedy ripped. Y'all remember that Excel sheet that I showed you and it had the two traders on there? And it was the drawdown. You know what? That's why I didn't use TradingView and I used Excel instead, because it's a hard concept to draw out. It's just a logic anyway. Like if you take big losses, right? Something like that. But the same trader who took the same loss, but then smaller risk, you know, like smaller losses, you know what I mean? It changes the steepness of the equity curve. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you take, let's just say $100 loss, right? And then another $100 and then another 100, like you're just taking the same size loss over and over again, right? Your account's steadily going down. Okay. But if you took another trader, okay, we lost 100 the first time, but then we only lost like 75 the next time. And then the next loss we took was another 50. And then the next loss we took was like 25 or something. If you're reducing risk while losing trades, then the theory is, how the fuck are you going to hit the max? Like, let's say the max total is like $2,000, right? Well, if you're trading 200, 200, 200, 200, okay, yeah, you take 10 losses in a row and you're toast. Or like say 500, 500, 500, 500. Yeah, you're done. You only have 4 trades before your ass is grass. But if you go 500, 500, and then go 250, 250, 250, 250, right? If you're reducing your risk, the only way to blow that account is to keep losing and keep losing. But again, I haven't seen somebody do that. I haven't seen somebody show me like 15 losing trades. Like, no shit. Bro, that's fucking impressive. If you could lose 15 trades in a row or even like 12 trades in a row, I'd be impressed. Because I'd be like, how the fuck did you do that? That's a whole new level of consistency that you've just unlocked here, my friend. It's on the wrong side, of course, but that's still consistency. And this is why I said, if you're trading, now we go higher, LOL. If you're trading in the direction of liquidity, if you're trading market maker models, right? In my opinion, there's no fucking way. There's no way you could lose 10, even 15 trades in a row. Now that's my theory. Now, if I tell you what, if you come to me with actual data, like a PDF file, Excel spreadsheet, fucking analytics and everything, if you come to me and you say, hey, look, John, I tried low risk buys, I tried low risk shorts, I tried second stage models, I traded on the way to liquidity, I did this, I did that, but I lost 15 trades in a row. Okay? I'll give you $100. Matter of fact, I'll give you $200. Okay, I'll sell you the same in like 10 minutes. You'll give me your phone number or your email. I'll sell you $200 just for that data, just so I can look at it. If you show it to me, I'll send you $200 for real. So if you outlined every single trade and you followed the rules, and you lost that many times in a row, I'd pay you for that. Honestly, I'd pay you for that. I really would. I got like 40 something of you on here. I'm telling all 40 something of you, I would pay to see that. I would pay you as an individual if you could show me exactly that. Because to me, I think it's statistically impossible. If you are only trading high probability trades, I'm not saying you won't go on a losing streak. You might lose 3 or 4. Sure. Oh yeah, 3 or 4, that's easily possible. Don't get me wrong. 3 or 4 trades in a row, absolutely. You could get it wrong a few times, miss something on the higher time frame or whatever. Yeah, 3 or 4 times in a row, absolutely. But 12 or 15 in a row? No, I think statistically it's impossible. So, did we not have we had 38 draws on here? Ain't that a bitch, bro? I pointed out that mitigation and it got disrespected and then still flew higher. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a bitch? What kind of shit is that, chat? Dude, sometimes the markets just troll me, man. You know what I mean? They just fucking troll me sometimes. Oh, anyway, that brings me back to my last point. I said, let's back up. I said all of that to say, because we were talking about the daily loss limit for a minute. Okay. This is why the max daily loss limit is cool, because let's say, for example, you're starting fresh and you have $2,000 of total risk. Okay. $2,000 total. I think it used to be 1,000 max daily, but I think they removed that so you could have your own. I think I could be wrong. Let's just assume that they don't have one, that there's no max daily loss limit. You could just go in there, lose 2K, and just fuck your whole shit up. I would say, okay, for $2,000 of risk, all right, I really should have made this its own video like I said I would do, but for $2,000 of risk, me personally, I think the max that a trader could lose in a day, in one day, I think, and this is the 50K combine, I think the max daily loss limit should probably be about $500. And that's pushing it. That's like the absolute, because I ran numbers like in a spreadsheet and stuff, and like 400 is not bad, 300 is not bad. Anything less, it's not terrible, Willow. But if you're not risking a lot, if you're trading only 1 to 2 RRs, you won't make a lot either, and it'll take you longer to pass. So it's finding that balance between what's a reasonable risk without overdoing it, and what's a reasonable risk without under leveraging either, because that is a thing. Everybody talks about over leveraging, but hardly anybody talks about under leveraging. You never heard those fucking teenagers talk about it, did you? Under leverage. No. But I have. Okay. Anyway, for $2,000 of risk, which is a 50K combine, I think $500 a day should be max. Because in order to lose, you would basically need 4 days consecutively of losing $500 to knock out that 2K. Now, 4 days in a row, rather, right? You got to remember, that's only $500 a day. I didn't say $500 a trade. I said $500 a day. You can break a day down however you want. You could say, you know what? This is a good setup. I'll just risk $500. I just won't even use the fucking stop loss, because the stop loss is going to get hit with max daily drawdown anyway. Don't do that, by the way. But I'm just saying, have I done it? Oh, you bet your ass I've done it. All right. So practice what you preach, okay? But I've done it, right? But that's not to say, like Willow, for example, you could go 500 a day, but say, I'm only going to take $250 a trade. That way, if I take a dumbass trade, I still have one more chance if I want to before I lose on the day. And I've shown you that a lot too. I've shown you that plenty of times too. Have I not? Have I not said, well, let's assume for a second you thought this was an inversion model, and you took the inversion, it didn't go 1 to 2. This one has stopped you out, but hypothetically, let's say we get a wick here. Hypothetically, that stops you out. You lose $250, right? But then you see another inversion model and go, okay, I might have got it wrong first. Now I'm going to re-enter another 250 risk. Now the market goes your way, and since you follow the fucking rules, now you make 500 on that, because you did a 2 to 1 RR or 1 to 2 RR. So now you had a $500 trade with the $250 loser. You're up $250 on the day, and then you're done. So you had a 50% win rate, but you still made money. That's not bad. So, not that I wanted to go super deep in the risk management rabbit hole today, but that's the theory. The theory is you should not blow an account, obviously. You should not blow a combine if you have a relatively decent max daily loss limit that auto locks you out, and if you reduce risk on losing streaks and trading high probability setups. There's no way. It's not impossible, but my firm belief is that it's statistically impossible. Right? It's impossible to get into a car accident if I don't drive a car, right? Okay, so if you don't want to lose, don't trade. But we're traders, we have to trade. So what can we do in a car to mitigate risk? Drive below the speed limit, follow the rules of the road, stop at the fucking stop sign. You know, light turns red, you stop, right? Put your seatbelt on so if you do crash, you don't die, right? You follow the rules that are in place, so it's statistically unlikely that you'll die in a car accident. Now, do people break those rules? Oh, of course they do. And then what happens? You get in a car accident and people die because you broke the rules. But that's the theory. You know what I mean? Anyway, you guys are typing up a fucking blog post over here. I need to pause and take a look at it. I need to pause and take a look at it. Oh, that's right. Ain't that a bitch? One low, two low, three lows. Hey, look at that third lower low, right? Imbalance right there. That's why that that 1 minute mitigation got its face ripped off. That makes a lot more sense now. See why I can't multitask sometimes? See why I can't take trades and talk to you at the same time? I can't even do a full fucking analysis when I'm talking to you. But that was it right there. That makes a lot of sense. 1, 2, 3. Imbalance. Balance price range. Done. Also on the stream, we didn't watch this, but if you'll allow me the benefit of hindsight, last imbalance on a 1, 2, 3 formation, traded through it here. Where's the 1 to 2? Well, let's just say we longed at the inversion, stop at the low. 1 to 2 is right there. Boom. How many 1 to 2s can you find in a week? Do y'all remember that last year? Let me go over the time a little bit. I don't really care. I don't have it. I told you the only thing I got to do today is wash my car. So anyway, do you guys remember last year when I taught you this? The 1 to 2, 1 to 2. It's good for me. It's good for you. You remember we spent like weeks on it, and I was saying, how many trades can you find that produce a 1 to 2? On Dow we had one. On Nasdaq we had one, and that's at least one. And that's on the long side. That's not like up here going short, right? This inversion model here also did a 1 to 2. Oh shit, that's a long. We can't do that. We can't do that, chat. Right? This right here is exactly why I said what I said. My inversion model will beat the fucking brakes off of some of these kids out here. Now, mind you, if you take every inversion, it ain't going to work that way. But if you study it, think about that. The market is flat today. Look at it. The market is flat. It's 0.12%, 0.13%. But do the math. A 1 to 2 here, that's 2%. A 1 to 2 here, that's another 2%. So mathematically, that's 4% on a day that's flat. That's a 4% gain on a flat day. In theory, because obviously I didn't trade either one of these. But I'm just saying that look at what's available. Look at what's available and then take out what you can. Okay? There was a lot of shit available today. And that's what I took out was this. Not even the biggest move. I try to get the biggest move. It doesn't always work that way. But I don't know. I feel like you guys learned something today. Drop some 2s in the chat if you guys learned something today. Did you guys learn it, or did you at least have some fun today? Drop some 2s in the chat if you enjoyed today's stream. And now we can close it off. I just want to catch up on the chat. Ricky and Willow always have to type up a bunch of shit in here. Making me work for all this shit. I like breaking that 250 in half or even thirds when I'm taking my trades. I know I'm not super accurate off the... That's fine, bro. That's fine. If you've been in the prop space since FTMO days, you would pray for daily loss limit. It's a good tool, bro. Honestly, I think it's one of the best prop tools that there is. You know? You know what feels really good too is hit a max day. What's the other end? There's the loss limit and there's like the gain limit. I just forget what it's called. The max. You ever been locked out after winning a big ass trade? That feels fucking amazing. Because you can set that too. Every time I make 200, 300, 500, whatever it is, that will be day in the future. I'll be making 2K, 3K, or 5K, taking things slow and letting compounding work for me. I agree. People try to do it the cheap way, getting 50K account when they should have it on the copier. Can you copy combine like challenges? Is that a thing? Could you just open up 5 50K combines and then connect them and do all 5 at the same time? Can you do that, Ricky? Oh, you can do that. That makes a lot of sense. Well, I'm only asking because like that really beats the brakes off of doing it one at a time. You know what I mean? Like imagine doing one, getting it, doing another one, getting it, and then trying to do each one like back to back to back. You can do all 5 at once. Man. That is pretty fucking cool, actually. All right, well, anyways, we spent a lot of time here today. We studied quite a lot of things. I still have to do the market review in a little bit as well. So I'll go ahead and cut it here. Hopefully you guys were able to learn something. Drop a like on your way out. I would greatly appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know what that is, Alberto. But y'all be good, be blessed. And I will see you guys here, same time, same place, tomorrow on Wednesday, the 12th.
Oh. Hey, say dick. Who you talking to? Hey, bitch, I dive all across the top of your shit, bitch.
I can't never go to jail cause I'm diplomatic with status. Eminem's been coming in like they press and print at the factory. Used to be sacking sacks to the grass in between my classes. Trying to stretch a bag of baggage, my fingertips and got ash. We stuff the corners with cabbage and burn the tips of the plastic. Saran wrapping zips in the kitchen, making a sandwich. Carolina Street, I'm active, I'm posted, controlling traffic. Trap, dreaming, lean, I'm pouring while willing foreigns on campus. How could life be boring? Got foreign shit on my mattress. Camels on my farm, my children play with alpacas. Relationships get torn in case you've been misinformed. Once upon a time, my self-esteem wasn't on. Fat women out with charm, drop dick on them with their cars. Hide the pack inside their homes and their names activate phones. Straight up, I got strong. Bless the child who hold his own. B-O-N, big old nigga, talk to me, you
watch your tone. Pockets was out of pocket, but nowadays I've been clocking. Garage like enterprises, it's safe to say I got options. Relationship had a heartbreak, nowadays a big driver. Took myself out when shopping and then I forgot about it. Everything in perspective, I know I'm special, got power. Anybody in my presence respecting how I be rocking. Any attitude, the Uber maneuver you from around me. I don't need nobody, please leave me just how you found me. Tan sweats and white tees, how I be when I'm lounging. Your bitch kinda like me, keep away for a pounder. Watch I add the icing on the stove baking brownies. I could break a brick down, turn a bitch into ounces. Watching on the camera, trapping inside our houses. Safety pin a nick down, trapping from off the couches. Watch I put my wrist down, jumping back, got it bouncing. Shorty getting dick down, Plaka receiving counseling. Yeah, yes Lord, yes Lord, yes Lord, yes, yes Lord, yes Lord, yes Lord, yes, yes Lord, yes Lord, yes Lord, yes Lord, yes Lord, yes, yes Lord, yes, yes Lord, yes Lord, yes Lord, yes, yes Lord, yes Lord, yes Lord, yes, yes Lord, yes Lord, yes Lord, yes Lord, yes Lord, yes, yes Lord, yes. Buku rubber band, get only rapping what I live out. Need a transgender on my hip, she got a dick out. Not into superstition, I don't listen what I hear about. They talking this subliminal shit, trying to make me click out. Pull up by your chick house, turn it to a click house. Catch you at the club, punch you out and whoop the stick out. God protect me from my friends, I know he trying to get me smashed. Throwing crosses bad behind my back, he trying to bust my ass. Necklace glisten, hustle hard for this, I had to bust my ass. Hurt to tell my children what they uncle trying to do they dad. Presenting outside business to my bitch, he trying to hurt my swag. Never thought this shit'd get like this, I'm about to work my bag. Skirting Jags, test driving Teslas, purchase shirts from Saks, Birkin bags. That was just a purse, I got a worthless ass for certain that. Not trying to let me fuck in what you smirking at. Disperse from that, killers bursting straps to hurt a murder raps. Serving crack with addicts and police is out here lurking at. Slow beef for show, the rabbit always lose, I think the turtle fast. Bear love the smell, use your head, I'm about to catch a sale. Nigga know I'm yeah with the yeah, you can check the belt. Section where they pump rocks, rifle with the bump stock. Brand new box of baking soda, shaking all the clumps out. Chest ties and gremlins with the glizzy with the switch on him. Bryce Allen, business nice, women trying to kiss on him. But back when he wasn't having, looked at him like he had shit on him. Diamonds go to dancing when you look at